Africa is a vast continent with the most diverse countries in the world. Filled with lush inland forests and picture-perfect beaches, Africa is a growing tourist attraction in itself. Today's episode is a presentation of the best tourist attractions in Africa. Each country has something unique to offer, from tradition and culture to natural wonders that draw tourists from all over the world looking to experience their own piece of Africa. To choose just one reason to visit Africa and select one attraction is impossible. There are many. To help you on your journey toward your own African adventure, here are just 10 of the best tourist attractions in Africa. Of course, this list is by no means comprehensive. However, these should give you plenty of food for thought. Please add your subscription free of charge for more like videos. Number 1. Cape Town, South Africa. As far as the best tourist attractions in Africa go, Cape Town as a city and its surrounding area is very much the easiest and most accessible way to get a taste of Africa as a whole. Cape Town is one of the top tourist destinations in the world. A colorful mix of people, cultures, tradition, history, nature, and food is perhaps the best way to define the mother city. Here a tourist can explore top tourist attractions in Cape Town, South Africa, everything from Robben Island to the iconic Table Mountain National Park, Cape Point, Cape Winelands, and Camps Bay, getting a taste of fresh mountain air and ocean breezes all year round. If you play your cards right, you might be able to attend one of the best music festivals in South Africa. The peak season for visits is from November to January. Secret seasons, best time to be a local, are October and late February to March. Number 2. Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, and Zambia. The falls in Zimbabwe and Zambia are something everyone has heard about, and for many, what African dreams are filled with. Victoria Falls is a jointly owned tourist attraction and can be viewed and explored from either Zambia or Zimbabwe. A majestic 108 meters high cascade of water, often called the cloud that thunders, is not only one of the top tourist attractions in Africa but the world. Victoria Falls is a mesmerizing and awe-inspiring top 10 tourist attractions in Africa that is a bucket list item for millions of people. Number 3. Omo River Region, Ethiopia. The Omo River region of Ethiopia is one of the most remote and secluded places in the world. Vast expanses of this picturesque African plains are extremely difficult to reach. To visit this place to explore the depths of African culture barely touched by the world in the 21st century, you will have to use a specialist tour. Historically, Ethiopia tends to heavily value their independence and unique culture by restricting external influence. However, it is slowly opening its doors to let the rest of the world experience its paradise. Once you visit Ethiopia, your view of Africa will be changed forever, and you will understand why it is of the main tourist attractions in East Africa. Best time to visit, September to April, especially the very beginning of September and the end of April. Number 4. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Mount Kilimanjaro, or just Kili to many in the climbing fraternity, is a major tourist attraction in Africa. For those seeking an adventure holiday, a trek to the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro is perhaps the epitome of such a vacation. Standing at 5,895 meters tall, it takes around 5 to 10 days to summit and returns back to the foot of the tallest mountain in Africa. The climb does not really require any specialist climbing equipment, but the right level of fitness is essential. Be warned of altitude sickness. This is a prevalent problem among those who attempt the climb. Best times to visit, January to March, which is much colder with the potential of snow, and June to October. Number 5. The Masai Mara National Reserve, Kenya. When people think of Africa, they think of wild animals and safaris. The Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya is one of the top 10 tourist attractions in Africa, and every tourist has a dramatically different experience when they visit. The Masai Mara is one of the top 10 tourist attractions in Africa, not just to see but experience the Big Five but because of the wildebeest migration. Continuing through the Masai Mara National Reserve will lead you to the Serengeti National Park and Game Reserves in Tanzania. There are many specialist tours of this impressive nature reserve, and with a variety of game viewing experiences from regular overland vehicles to hot air balloons. Best time to visit: the cold season from July to October is the best time to visit. This is peak season and can be costly. Number 6. Virunga National Park, Congo. African wildlife is by far the #1 tourist attraction in Africa, and each African nation has different animals to see. The Congo and nearby Uganda are famous for its mountain gorillas, and the Virunga National Park is perhaps the best place in the world where these impressive beasts can be seen. Established in 1925 as the very first national park in Africa, the park is also one of the top places in the world to see chimpanzees in the wild. Tourism to this beautiful region is growing, and as well as seeing a wide variety of apes, tourists. You can climb the slopes of the Nyiragongo volcano and see the world's largest pool of lava. Best time to visit: April, May, October and November. Number 7. Okavango Delta, Botswana. One of the most breathtaking places on Earth, the Okavango Delta, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the top tourist destinations in Africa. This vast river delta at the foot of the massive Kalahari attracts thousands of tourists each year who want to experience the true beauty and wilds of Africa. Many tourists explore the wild game hotspot by air, either in light aircraft or hot air balloon, and the views are beyond comprehension. The land-based safaris offering some of the best game spotting experiences anywhere in the world, and many tourists simply wish they could stay a lot longer in the fantastic place. Best time to visit: May to September. Number 8. Zanzibar, Tanzania. Just off the coast is an exotic archipelago with pristine beaches and warm oceans. This fantastic location is one of the top tourist destinations in Africa because, for some, it is the ideal place for the perfect, relaxing beach holiday. With a vibrant history dating back to the 17th century, the destination has a magical blend of Arabic, Middle Eastern, Moorish, and Indian cultures and styles, making it unique like no other place in Africa. Best time to visit: June to October. Number 9. Giza Acropolis, Egypt. A lot of people do not think of Egypt as being in Africa. In the Giza Acropolis, you will get to see the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Pyramid of Menkaure, and the Pyramid of Khufu. Still, it is, and the Giza Acropolis has to be something on many travel bucket lists. The ancient Egyptian civilizations are brought back to life along the River Nile through pyramids and tombs. Not the Africa everyone immediately thinks of, but certainly a part of Africa everyone should indeed visit. Best times to visit: October to April, when temperatures are cooler. (10) Kruger National Park, South Africa. South Africa is perhaps the most accessible of all African nations. While Cape Town attracts the majority of tourists, the Kruger National Park in the north of the country is often the starting point for a superb trek down the coast toward Cape Town. This South African national park is one of the top places in the world to spot all the Big Five and top tourist attractions in South Africa. Visitors can obtain a permit to visit and take a self-drive safari. Still, the majority of visitors join an organized safari. Best time to visit: between April and September. Africa has so many top tourist destinations, and each country, region, and the town will have its own hidden gems. To cover everything in one place would be difficult. Visiting Africa is becoming easier with major airlines flying into most major African cities. There is a lot to see in Africa. Whether you choose a grand tour starting at the bottom with South Africa and all the way up to Egypt, or if you merely cherry-pick the destinations of your choice, the continent welcomes you. For many people, exploring Africa is a dream, and we would feel glad if this knowledge was of any help to you. Thanks for watching the video. See you in more episodes to come.